Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 5 starts now.
Good evening. We start tonight with new details on the Tatyana Hargrove case. Documents obtained by 23 ABC revealing she allegedly said a slur about the officer after the food was served. Court documents show Hargrove was captured on video rubbing the bun of a burger on the McDonald's floor twice back on November 12th. According to the documents, Hargrove knew the burger was for a Bakersfield officer and was heard saying, quote, expletive pigs. The 21-year-old was also reportedly seen spitting on the cheeseburger. Officials say it's unknown if Hargrove has any infectious diseases or illnesses. She's facing charges for attempted food tampering and battery and is set to be in court on December 18th. Two people have been arrested following a shooting at the Rosedale Inn over the weekend. Investigators say one victim was found at the Rosedale Inn motel off Buck Owens Boulevard on Sunday. Officials say the two people involved in the shooting took off from the scene and were arrested in the Costco parking lot on Rosedale Highway. One of those being Keon Bolden. The other was a juvenile. Bolden is being charged with assault with a semi-automatic firearm and shooting at an inhabited dwelling. He's set to be in court December 12th. With the holiday season comes an increase in deliveries, and of course that means porch pirates. Bakersfield police are cracking down on this specific type of theft.
It's unfortunate, this should be the time of year where you'd hope people would be more decent to one another. It's not always the case.
The holiday season is mostly a period of giving, but according to the Bakersfield Police Department, it's also a time when the community experiences a rise in porch pirating. For one Bakersfield resident, his PC worth more than $1,200 was stolen. A surveillance camera captured a man walking to his front door in Southwest Bakersfield and taking the Christmas present bought for his daughter.
I went to the mailbox to check if it was there. It wasn't there. I walked around the neighborhood real quick to see if maybe they put them on the neighbors' houses. Wasn't there. So then I checked my cameras, and that's when I seen the guys coming and taking it.
If this porch pirate is caught in this specific case, he will face a felony count of theft because the item he stole was worth more than $950. But according to the district attorney's office, the majority of items stolen from people's front doors are less than that, making the crime a misdemeanor. The suspects who steal those items aren't usually held accountable. BPD says schedule deliveries when you know you're going to be home or have it sent to your work or to a friend's house. Well, it was the day before the annual Bakersfield Christmas Parade, and Golden Empire Transit turned its bus into a 10-wheel Christmas chariot. It's all in preparation for the big event in downtown Bakersfield. And 23 ABC's Alex Bell is standing by for us from the Get bus station in downtown. She has more on the festive decorations on one of those buses. Hey, Alex.
Hey Jess, I am here at the Get station with one of the freshly painted buses that's getting ready to make its debut at the Christmas parade tomorrow. And you guys, hopefully it's not raining. Hopefully we'll see better weather. But you can see this paint is not going anywhere. They are ready. And you guys, every year Get gets their employees and their children together to paint a bus in honor of the holiday season. And this year the theme was the Polar Express.
It brings the kids to where their parents are working and also gets them, introduced to the bus system, our transit system here in Bakersfield.
Every year they have an artist come out and sketch the entire bus, and then the families spend a Saturday getting to paint that bus. But that's not the only holiday cheer Get is spreading. They are also offering free rides during the entire month of December on their fixed route and Get a Lift buses. And Get was able to offer these free rides through a grant called the Low Carbon Transit Operation Program. Now, Get will also be debuting a new van for their destination buses. Now, this is an on-demand bus, so what that means is that you can get it just like Uber and Lyft, but you can get it at a doctor's appointment, at your house, anywhere. They will come and pick you up at your location and drop you off at a destination in their set area. But if you guys want to see the new destination van or one of these buses, make sure you guys go to the Christmas parade and tune into our coverage at 6 o'clock tomorrow. But for now, live in Bakersfield, I'm Alex Bell for 23 ABC News, connecting you.
All right, Alex, thanks. And as you mentioned, the parade is tomorrow, bringing thousands to get in the holiday spirit and watch around 100 entries stroll down the streets of downtown Bakersfield with Christmas-themed floats, light displays, and marching bands, among other things. 23 ABC's Austin Westfall joins us in studio with how some are preparing for the big day. Austin?
That's right. In 24 hours, parts of 20th and 21st Street will be transformed into something special. Like you said, Jessica, 100 different entries for the parade, and for some, today's rain didn't help with the float building process.
So for whatever reason, Mother Nature likes to make it difficult on us, and every year it rains the day before.
Morgan Sokolow will have 2 floats and 1 cow, Beatrice, in the Bakersfield Christmas Parade, which will make its way through downtown Bakersfield on Thursday evening. She'll have 1 float for Sports Clips haircuts and another for Pet Matchmaker Rescue.
One is my business, one is my full-time hobby.
The 2 floats were near completion last night when wet weather caused Sokolow to scramble to protect all the hard work.
A lot of stuff was painted, so we had to make sure that it was not ruined by the rain. We had to unscrew everything and basically bring it down to the base and start over.
When I visited, most of the pieces, some made out of paper, were kept in a safe space, but they're going to rebuild it all before the parade. Meanwhile, over at New Life Christian School, about a dozen students were getting started on arts and craft projects for their float, thankfully with a roof over their head.
They're building the indoor scene of our float. So we're going to have outdoor scene and indoor scene, and right now the students are working on our indoor scene.
New Life Christian won first place in the church and religious category at last year's parade. The theme of this year's parade is the Sounds of Christmas. So Martinez says their float will play their version of the Sounds of Christmas and show a family scene both indoors and outdoors. But they don't want to give away too many details. And the same went for those in charge of the parade's grand finale, Santa's Sleigh, which is seeing some changes too.
We're completely redesigned it, care of Roger Upton. We're in the process, in the final stages of getting all of it assembled for this year's parade.
Kronk wants to save the reveal for the parade, but we caught a glimpse of some snowflakes peeking out underneath the large tarp.
And the whole idea is to do something, truly for the kids of the community. That's what this is all about. That's the entire effort.
23 ABC is sponsoring the parade. Now, if you can't make it out in person, no problem. You can catch it right here on 23 ABC or on our website or on Facebook beginning at 6 p.m. Hopefully the weather will cooperate this year. For more on that, let's send it over to meteorologist Allison Gagaro.
It does look like the weather will be cooperating tomorrow. We're seeing some showers right now, but that will all be changing by this time tomorrow. So we are going to be dry and calm for the start of the parade. 58 degrees by 6. It looks like hot cocoa conditions around 7 down to 57 and 55 by the time Santa rolls by. So it's going to be a great event. But today we have been seeing rain from our latest system. Now this is just the tail end. We are tracking some very light showers here in Bakersfield, as well as just to the west of Delano. We could be expecting this over the next few hours, but as we head into the overnight hours, that's really when this storm is going to be clearing. 61 degrees right now. It is 8 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. But what we are tracking is a winter weather advisory up near Lake Isabella. They could be seeing a few more inches of that snow overnight, but again, dry conditions for your Thursday and Friday before our next system. I have more details on what you can expect this weekend coming up next.
Well, we are still a few weeks away from Christmas, but a handful of local families had the chance to meet Mr. and Mrs. Claus and open some gifts a little early. This morning, 5 veteran families were the beneficiaries of the annual Hope for Heroes. Veterans, their spouses, and children showed up unknowingly at the Fairfield Inn to get some breakfast and gifts. One of the organizers, Josh Connor, also a veteran, spoke about the giving spirit of the community and how veterans shouldn't shy away from asking for help.
Our message is that there is people out there that will help. In Ram Hospitality, we're so grateful that he gives us the space and they purchase most of these gifts, and it's amazing what our community can do. So you just have to ask for help. If you need help and you're a local veteran, ask for help.
The donations for the veterans were provided by Ram Hospitality, which owns chain hotels, including the Fairfield Inn, where this morning's event took place. Well, because of the community's help, organizers of the local Wreaths Across America event say they have almost reached their goal for wreath sponsorships. Last month, organizers put out a call for sponsors expressing concerns they might not have enough wreaths to lay for every veteran buried at the Bakersfield National Cemetery. But now the community has responded in full force, and according to a post on social media by organizers, they have received an additional 2,800 wreath sponsorships on top of the 2,100 they had earlier. Organizers reporting they only need 103 more sponsored wreaths to reach their goal. The actual wreath laying ceremony will take place next Saturday, December 14th at the National Cemetery. Well, we have a programming alert to tell you about. The Pac-12 championship football game will air right here on 23 ABC Friday night when Oregon battles Utah. The game will kick off at 5 p.m. Friday, impacting our local newscasts. So we will not have our normal 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. newscast, but instead we'll be airing a special digital-only version on our website, turn23.com, and on our 23 ABC Facebook page. A special edition of 23 ABC News will air immediately following the game. Again, that's happening this Friday. Utah taking on Oregon in the Pac-12 title game right here on 23 ABC starting at 5.